Welcome back to Cosmosphere. Today we're taking a tour of the strangest facts hidden inside the world map.
Most maps lie to you. The flat map you grew up with stretches and distorts almost every country on Earth.
Let's start with Russia. It is by far the largest country on the planet.
Russia covers over 17 million square kilometers and spans 11 time zones.
When the sun rises on its eastern coast, the western cities are still deep in the night.
Now look at Canada. It holds the longest coastline on Earth.
Over 200,000 kilometers of shoreline, longer than the next 10 countries combined.
Canada also contains more lakes than the rest of the world put together.
Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in existence.
It spans 2.7 million square kilometers, bigger than all of Western Europe.
Yet not a single one of its borders touches the open ocean.
Greenland looks enormous on most world maps, and in reality it truly is the largest island.
But around 80% of Greenland is buried beneath an ice sheet up to 3 kilometers thick.
Beneath that ice lies an entire hidden landscape of valleys and mountains.
Chile is the longest country from north to south.
It stretches over 4,300 kilometers down the western edge of South America.
Inside one nation you'll find the driest desert on Earth, an enormous frozen glacier.
Mongolia is the emptiest country on the planet.
Only about 2 people live in every square kilometer of it.
Endless grassland rolls in every direction, and many people still live as nomads.
Brazil dominates an entire continent.
It borders 10 of South America's 12 countries. Only Chile and Ecuador escape it.
Brazil also holds the majority of the Amazon rainforest.
Saudi Arabia contains the Rub al Khali, the largest continuous sand desert on Earth.
Its dunes can rise more than 250 meters into the sky.
It is an ocean of sand with almost nobody living inside it.
Indonesia is not one island. It is more than 17,000 of them.
Those islands stretch across 3 separate time zones.
End to end, Indonesia is wider than the entire United States.
Norway's coastline could wrap around the planet twice.
Thanks to thousands of fjords, it stretches over 100,000 kilometers.
Those deep valleys were carved by ancient glacier and now plunge straight into the sea.
Egypt is one of the strangest population maps in the world.
Around 95% of Egyptians live on just 5% of the land.
Everyone crowds along the Nile. The rest of the country is empty desert.
Turkey exists on 2 continents at the same time.
A narrow strait cuts right through it, splitting Europe from Asia.
Istanbul is the only city on Earth that stands on 2 continents at once.
India is now the most populous country in the world.
Over 1.4 billion people, more than Europe and North America combined.
And all of it fits into a land only a third the size of the United States.
Iceland sits exactly where 2 tectonic plates are pulling apart.
Volcanoes and glaciers stand side by side there.
It is one of the youngest pieces of land on Earth, and it is still growing.
Panama bends into an S shape, which produces a bizarre effect.
In parts of Panama, the sun actually rises over the Pacific Ocean.
Its canal is only 82 kilometers long, yet it links 2 entire oceans.
Alaska is far bigger than any map suggests.
It is larger than Texas, California, and Montana combined.
If Alaska were its own country, it would rank in the top 20 by size.
Bolivia holds the world's largest natural mirror.
The Sala de Uyuni covers more than 10,000 square kilometers of pure salt.
When it rains, it reflects the sky so perfectly you feel like you're walking on clouds.
South Africa is the only country with 3 capital cities.
Pretoria runs the government, Cape Town holds parliament, and Bloemfontein hosts the courts.
Ethiopia runs on its own calendar with 13 months in a year.
That places it around 7 years behind the rest of the world.
Colombia is the only South American nation touching both the Pacific and the Caribbean.
Rainforest, mountains, and desert, all inside a single country.
The world map is far stranger than it looks. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to Cosmosphere for more.
But we're not done. There are still 10 more countries that break the map.
Argentina is the 8th largest country on Earth.
It covers over 2.7 million square kilometers.
It stretches from tropical jungle in the north to icy Patagonia in the south.
Algeria is the largest country in all of Africa.
Over 2.3 million square kilometers, most of it empty Sahara.
It is larger than the entire country of Argentina.
Iran is far bigger than most people assume.
It's larger than France, Germany, and Spain combined.
Towering mountain ranges surround vast central deserts.
Mexico is also distorted on almost every map.
It covers nearly 2 million square kilometers, the 13th largest nation on Earth.
That makes it almost 3 times the size of Texas.
Madagascar is a world of its own.
It broke away from Africa millions of years ago and evolved in isolation.
Around 90% of its wildlife exists nowhere else on the planet.
Papua New Guinea speaks over 800 languages.
That's roughly 12% of every language spoken on Earth.
Rugged mountains kept its valleys isolated for thousands of years.
Nepal is squeezed between 2 giants, India and China.
8 of the 10 tallest mountains on Earth stand inside it.
Including Everest itself, the roof of the world.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo is as big as Western Europe.
Over 2 million square kilometers, most of it untouched rainforest.
It holds the second largest jungle on the planet.
The Philippines is made of more than 7,600 islands.
But only around 2,000 of them are actually inhabited.
Many of them still don't even have official names.
And finally, New Zealand sits on top of a hidden continent.
It's called Zealandia, and around 94% of it is underwater.
New Zealand is simply the highest peaks of a drowned landmass.
Every border on the map hides a story like these.
The world is stranger, larger, and far more surprising than any flat map can show.
Thanks for watching Cosmosphere.